Let me welcome everybody. My name is Willie Wise. I'm the Parish Athletic Director. And it's always been a privilege and a pleasure to be able to host this. It's something we started about 12, 13 years ago. And certainly it's been backed by the board members, my administration, Ms. Felicia Gomez-Walker, and Johnny Rome. And it's always been held at high esteem. I'd like you, before we really truly get started, I'd like you to look at the program so we all know what to expect. So we'll run it in this order. I'll have Ms. Felicia Gomez-Walker up here shortly. Then we'll go through the coaches. And then at the end, before I do my farewell, student athletes, it's going to be your privilege and something a little different to stand and introduce yourselves, okay? And we'll work it all the way through, all right? Remain standing. And then at the end, and I know mom and dad and friends of the family, y'all want to get pictures. I get that. But at the end, please let the media do what they need to do on their pictures, interviews, and then after that, we welcome you to come and take pictures, you know, with your child. Okay? So that's the way we're going to follow it. We all got it understanding. Thank you. All right. Again, I welcome everybody. This is a very, very important day. Important day that starts off the week. And we get to celebrate it. Get to celebrate probably 15 years, 16 years of supporting your children, supporting our students, student athletes. And so it comes to an apex. And this is it for them. Then the biggest apex you have is graduation next week. But I like to say we started off here and enjoy it for the next few days. And it means a lot to me to be able to see y'all. A lot to me. I take it a little personal. Some of them I've coached, so it goes a long way with me. So without further ado, you don't need to listen to me. Please introduce Felicia Gomez-Walker, Superintendent of St. Charles Parish Public Schools.
Thank you so much. And I'd like to welcome the parents and families, administrators, board members, students, and student athletes that we celebrate today. I'd like to acknowledge two board members that are here today, the president of our school board, Mr. Al Suffren. Mr. Suffren. And also the vice president of our board, Mr. Ellis Alexander. Mr. Alexander. Thank you for your leadership and for always focusing on our AAA district, athletics, the arts, and academics. So I read a quote in the LHSAA journal, and it said, "High school sports are greater than winning and losing. They teach lessons that extend way beyond the game." And high school sports have also afforded you, student athletes, the opportunity to participate at a different level. Billie Jean King said, "Natural talent only determines the limits of your athletic potential. It's dedication and discipline that makes you great." It's a fact, students, that you were born with a natural talent. And if we look back at your lives, and if your parents and your families think about you in kindergarten, a lot of you could run faster than your classmates. Some of you could probably swim, throw, catch, and shoot better than other children at a very young age. But it is when you decided that you wanted to dedicate the time, the hard work, and the commitment to your sport and your position that you were able to reach your full potential. And that is what has led us to celebrate you today for earning an athletic scholarship. Congratulations. Here's my advice to you today. Always accompanies this with a little advice for you. Make sure that you are preparing for a purpose that is greater than athletics. Take advantage of this college education, because it is this education that will ultimately be the foundation of your future. I'd like you also, student athletes, to look at the people that are surrounding you here today in support. Your coaches, the administrators, parents, and your families. These are the people who have supported you on your journey. Take the opportunity today to say thank you once again. We will always be here for you. I'd also like to take an opportunity to recognize a person who is at the end of his career in St. Charles Parish Public Schools. In fact, this is his final athletic event before Mr. Willie Wise retires. Willie, on behalf of the school system and the community, I'd like to say thank you for your hard work and dedication. Join me. Now, student athletes, now it's all about you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Walker. Okay, we're going to start out with the track recipients and their coaches. So would Lynette Matthews from Destrehan High School please come forward? Give her a welcomed applause.
All right, so I joked about this moment for a long time with Jayla's mom. I said, when she got to Destrehan, I said, well, I better start getting my speech. And I've been nervous for 3 days trying to get this speech together. But first of all, I'd like to thank the administration at Destrehan High School, our athletic directors, Mr. Willie Wise, and of course, Ms. Gomez Walker, for helping equip our coaches with the best that we can possibly have for our student athletes. Jayla has been competing with track and field for about a decade, year-round, summertime, and all while keeping her high academic standards in the classroom as well. I'm a little nervous, but it's okay. She's had many accolades.
I still am nervous.
You still
I've
are?
done this.
40 years? Okay. She's had many accolades, holding national titles in long and triple jump, state finalist, state runner-up, regional district MVP. So she has definitely left her mark on Destrehan High School. I just want to say job well done, and I wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Lynette. Thank you, Lynette. Next, please welcome Chris Stroud, track coach at Hahnville High School. Oh. Yeah, that's what we. Chris, you've changed. Hello, Chris. You've changed.
So sorry to disappoint. I am not Chris Stroud.
No.
I'm Brittany Bonifant. He does send his regards. He loves you ladies. He had to do AP testing. Yay. So here we are. All right. Kaylee. Everybody, this is Kaylee right here. I am so happy. Thank y'all for having me, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank everybody for being here. I'm sorry. I'm nervous if y'all can't tell. Kaylee came to us. This is her senior year. It was her first time running track ever. I'm not sure who convinced her, but I'm so happy that they did. She was a soccer player. She came out. She supported our team 100% from start to finish. She's a great runner. Her 800 time is amazing. And then we begged for her as a sprinter. We're like, please, can you let her run our relay? Please, can you let her run our relay? Please, can you let her run our relay? And finally, at 11 p.m., we were in Chalmette, and we were at this track meet, and it was taking all day long, and everybody had left except for like 5 other people, and we wanted to run this relay, and they let Kaylee run, and she has been with us, and we have adopted her ever since on the sprint side. She's a great runner. She has done everything above and beyond what a coach could ask for, and for that, I am forever grateful to you. Ashlyn Jack? Hurdles are my babies, and she runs the hurdles. And so I have loved hurdles, I don't know, forever since I started running track. And so I was so excited because her summer track coach was my summer track coach as well when I was in high school. And so he told me all about Ashlyn, and you're going to Hahnville, you gotta meet Ashlyn. She's amazing, and Ashlyn. So I had her all about Ashlyn, and then I meet Ashlyn. Ashlyn has a huge personality. But it works in our favor because she really wants people to work hard. She appreciates hard work. She appreciates what people do day in and day out. She is going to give it 100% every time she sets foot on the track. And as a coach, there is nothing else I want more than that. At the state track, she came in 3rd at state last year. She was runner-up at state this year. I'm all excited. I'm like, Ashlyn, you're runner-up. And she's kind of looking at me, and I'm like, why aren't we both excited? And her response was, I wanted to win. And as a coach, that's all we want is for our athletes to want to win. And now you have 4 more years to win, and you will be amazing at ULM. You will love the coach there. You will love the program there. She has helped us win, I don't even know how to tell you how many track meets. We won a bunch of track meets. Came in runner-up at a bunch of track meets. We've done a lot, and it is all because of Ashlyn. It is our loss that she is going off to college, but we appreciate that, and we love everything you have done, and your spirit will forever be remembered at Hahnville High School. Last but not least, Alexis. Alexis came to me on crutches. When I met her, she was at track practice every single day on crutches. She never missed a practice. She was literally on the sidelines with her crutches, and she was like, I'm a 400 runner. Okay. And I'm like, are you gonna get to run track this year? No. And you're still gonna come to practice every day? Yes. And every day, and then she would tell me when she was gonna miss. I'm gonna miss tomorrow. Okay. Thanks for letting us know. Sorry. But she did come back, and she has been she's always positive. She always wants the team to do better. I would create some kind of time that she needed to do at practice. She would smash through it. I'd say, hey, I need the girls to run this in some ridiculously fast time. And the boys would be like, that's a boys' time, coach. And I'm like, I know. And she's gonna make them all. And she did every single time. So between her and Ashlyn, you would truly be missed. And I am so grateful for you. Oh, and most importantly, she is my academic all-state, which means that she had a perfect 4.0, which as a student, athlete, we cannot ask for more because you are a student first. And I thank y'all, and I appreciate y'all, and I will miss y'all from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, Kenny. I love her energy, and all that equates to is her passion for what she does on the track and in the classroom. Thank you so much. Next in line, please welcome Beth Perino, swim coach at Hahnville High School. All right, how you doing, Beth?
Good. Okay. It is a privilege to be here speaking on behalf of Jay Madden. He is persistent yet encouraging child. He started swimming in 2006, 9 years of competitive year-round swim team. As a competitive swimmer, one swims 6 days a week for an average of 2 hours a day. So that means that he has swam 6,768 hours, give or take, to get him to this point. Jay specializes in the breaststroke and mid-distance events. Jay is the current Louisiana state champion in the 200-yard breaststroke. Although he didn't win at the high school state champion, he did bring home 2 third-place finishes in the 100 breaststroke in 2016 and 2017, and is the second highest placed male swimmer for Hahnville High School. As a state champion, he has swum a total of 14 individual races and numerous relay teams. At Hahnville High School, he's completed in 92 individual races, 31 first places, 16 second places, and 16 third places. Amazing. He holds 8 district titles, winning every race he swam at district in his 4 years at Hahnville High School. This includes a 4-year sweep in the 100 breaststroke. Just amazing. He is also named the All-Metro State for 4 years. As our team captain, he also brought it in the classroom. Jay has a 3.4 GPA and is very honored to be accepted in the Beta Club, which is an awesome club, by the way. He's also an avid outdoorsman and a member of the Hahnville High School bass fishing team. Jay, we wish you such good luck. You're amazing. And can't wait to see what you can do at Loyola University. Congratulations.
Thank you, Beth. At this time, please welcome Gerald Nugent, head softball coach at Hahnville High School.
Good morning. I'd like to thank our superintendent, Mr. Rome, Coach Wise, the DHS and HHS athletic directors, and the Satellite Center for putting on such a great event in a way that only St. Charles Parish can do. I'd like to thank all of you for your continued support throughout all our seasons. Y'all's consistent presence at all our events is very much a source of pride and inspiration to our teams. I'd also like to acknowledge Coach Wise as well for his service to St. Charles Parish Athletics. We will miss you next year.
Thank you, Coach.
To the coaches, parents, and most importantly, the players that are here this morning, I'd like to say congratulations. Being a student athlete is a time-consuming, physically exhausting, and mentally exhausting endeavor that no one fully understands unless they do it. Not only have you guys done it, but all of you on this table have done it at the highest of levels, so congratulations. Before I speak specifically about each player, I would like to give Danielle, Cam, Carly, Kat, and Sarah a collective thank you. A class of athletes like our softball program has had for the last 4 years is very special. Sometimes a coach goes his entire career without getting the privilege of doing what I was able to do for the past 4 years. My friend, mentor, and boss, Mr. Ortling, has always stressed the philosophy of going from good to great. Over the past 4 years, you guys have embodied this. You leave us with a combined record of 108 and 22 over the last 4 years, 40 schools records set, numerous district, metro, and state accolades, but your legacy is far more important than that. It's about the work ethic, the selflessness, and the love of Hahnville High School that you brought to our program that has set the standard for everybody that's going to follow you, so thank you. Leading off, Danielle Duplay. It's ironic that Danielle goes first because Danielle always bats first for us. The first time I spent time with Danielle Duplay, she was an 8th grader. She was at one of our Hahnville softball tournaments with her dad watching some of the games, and since I knew I'd be coaching her the next few years, I was going to go over and say hello. However, before I did, I found myself watching her watch the games. She hung on every single detail that was going on, every movement of the pitchers, every cut the hitters took, even the calls the umpires were making. Her eyes were bulging, and she was filled with eagerness and anticipation, and I swear if she could have grabbed the glove, she'd have ran out on that field as an 8th grader. That's who Danielle Duplay is. She's a ball player eager to produce, and boy, has she produced. Speed up to midway through her senior season, we were in the middle of a 24-game winning streak, and we had played about 18 games in the 3-week period, and the team was tired, and we'd given them a much-needed day off. I go to the back to cut the grass, and there's Danielle on a tee, by herself, hitting balls. That's who Danielle Duplay is, eager to produce, and boy, has she produced. Danielle has been what I call our team's spark plug. She gets everything going. She's a versatile 3-tool hitter who can work her way on base by slapping the ball, by bunting the ball, or by swinging away. Once Danielle's on base, the fact of the matter is Hahnville scores. Over the last 4 years, our team has scored 84% of the time when Danielle Duplay reaches base, hence the term spark plug. As I like to say, our offense goes as number 3 goes. Anytime she gets on base, it's like an automatic double because she steals second without even hesitating. Being a leadoff hitter is not easy, and Danielle, trust me, we all appreciate that. Not only do you have to scrap your way on base and work your way to the next one, but somebody else gets the glory for knocking you in most of the time. This is a role that often goes unheralded, but Danielle accepted it with the utmost maturity and the utmost team concept. Danielle not only embraces this, but she's perfected it. She leaves Hahnville as our single season leader in stolen bases, runs scored, and bases on balls. She also finishes her career with a batting average of over 500. To these points, Danielle, I want to let you know that it's been an honor to know you. It's been a rare privilege to have coached you, and I'm forever grateful for what you've done for Hahnville and how you've represented us. Thank you. If anybody has run out of ice water, it's okay because Cameron Keller has it running through her veins. She's one of the greatest pressure players that our program has ever seen. The bigger the moment, the bigger Cameron plays. She's the only player I've ever coached whose career playoff batting average is higher than her regular season batting average, which are both extremely high. A lot of us softball coaches often heard saying a lot about players being able to produce at certain times, but only special players being able to produce when the game is on the line. Cameron is that special player who produces when it counts the most. She always found a way to slow the game down and get it to be played at her pace. And there's no greater evidence than this than the performance she put on in the state championship game. That was one for the ages. Cameron's always been famous since she's a young player of having a very serious look on her face on the field. And I remember at her very first practice at Hahnville, I remember saying to her, "Keller, I've been told that I might not ever see you smile for 4 years. Is that true?" Her response is, "I don't know, Coach, but did they at least tell you that I can play?" Well, luckily I was and am still able to see Cameron smile, but boy, did I get to see her play. She's been one of those no-nonsense players, and she finishes her career and her senior season with a batting average of over 500 and more than 60 hits this year alone. As I said with Danielle, this type of success doesn't just happen. Cameron's worked relentlessly to be a great player. She's been willing to sacrifice above and beyond. As some people know, our state championship game had a major conflict with our school schedule with the prom that was unavoidable. When the school schedule came out last June, I met with the players and I just put it out on the table in the weight room. Here's what's going on. These seniors and Cam leading them was the first ones to say, we've come this far, we're not letting prom get in our way, and we will play in that final game. And they finished what they started. I quipped earlier about her having ice water in her veins, and she does as a competitor. But Cam has nothing but warm blood flowing through a great big heart for her team. One of the most touching and emotional moments I've ever had as a coach was seeing the newspaper article with Cam embracing her teammate after the state title game. The raw emotion of that moment, the love of her team and the school were painfully evident. And that's exactly what Coastal Alabama is fortunate to be getting. So Cam, to those points, it's been an honor to know you. It's been a rare pleasure to coach you. And it's been Hahnville's honor to have you represent us. For the last 4 years, Courtney Ortego has been one of the unsung heroes of the Hahnville softball program. She selflessly sacrificed of herself and agreed to leave her comfort zone for the betterment of her team. When Courtney came to Hahnville as a freshman, she had a strong background as an accomplished outfielder. I remember saying to her that we needed a shortstop and would she like to give her a shot. Her response was, "Yes, sir." And the result was an all-district season at shortstop. A few seasons later in her exit meeting, I went to Courtney and said, "Courtney, we need a third baseman." And her response was, "Yes, sir." And it led to an all-district season at third base. This past season in our exit meeting, she beat me to the punch and said, "Coach, I'm assuming you'd like me to give first base a shot." I told her, "Yeah, Courtney, that's kind of what we have in mind." And her response was, "Yes, sir, that's cool." And once again, it led to another all-district season. To date, Courtney and Cam are the only 2 softball players to be all-district at Hahnville in 3 different positions. Very good job. It's that kind of unselfishness and willingness to go out of one's comfort zone that are the foundations of what winning teams are built on. Another thing that winning teams are built on is versatility, and Courtney Ortego was the quintessential versatile player. When she was a freshman, I remember her in a game where we were facing a really good pitcher, bunting her way on base, forcing a bad throw and getting the third, and then her older sister squeezing her in to score the winning run, which was a great moment. We call it or to go to or to go. And then speed up 4 years later, we're in a dogfight with Sam Houston, and Courtney hits a home run that ends up being the game-winning home run. That's the kind of versatility that Courtney brought because of her unselfishness. All this being done while being one of the most open-minded and team-oriented players I've ever coached. I have no doubt that BRCC is going to reap the same benefits that Hahnville has. So to these points, Courtney, I want you to know that it's been an honor to know you. It's a rare privilege to have coached you, and Hahnville is forever grateful for how you have represented us. Lost my place. The very first pitch Catelyn Freelou saw as a Hahnville High School Tiger, she hit a home run. That's like a heck of a way to start your career, and judging that from the outside, one might think that she had an easy road, but they'd be very mistaken. Kat probably came to Hahnville with more pressure on her than any softball player that I've ever coached. See, Kat was one of those what we call legacy players. Her sister Pop was one of the most successful players that Hahnville had ever seen, and a part of one of the most decorated classes that Hahnville had ever had. So Kat coming in as a 15-year-old as part of the next group had a lot of pressure on her. But Kat did what Kat always does, and she rose to the occasion. She leaves Hahnville ranked in the top 5 in almost every offensive category we have. Year after year, she's elevated her level of play to the point where she's also elevated the level of others. Kat is without a doubt the vocal and emotional leader of this group. She prided herself on having something positive to say to her team after every half inning. During some of the most pressure-filled games, she was the voice of reason, reminding her teammates to stay loose, to stay focused, and to have fun. In fact, she was even that voice for me in the state tournament. I don't know if y'all remember the quarterfinal game when I was pretty fired up at one of the umpires for whatever it is I get fired up at umpires for. And at some point, Kat walked up to me and said, "Calm down, Coach, we got this." And I remember thinking to myself, okay, well, then go get it. And Kat did what Kat does, and she ended up going up and getting an RBI single and capping off a 3-for-3 day and propelling us into the semifinals. It put me a little bit at ease, but that's what Kat does. Besides being an incredibly talented and emotional leader, Kat's a true student of softball. She appreciates the scouting side of the game. She understood the fact that close games were won by the little details. She constantly communicated with our coaching staff about the scouting reports on other teams, the tendencies of the hitters, and communicated it to her teammates. There was never a moment that we were going to face that Kat wasn't prepared for, and her performance on the field always indicated that. Missouri, Kansas City is fortunate to have such a player. And to these points, Kat, I want you to know it's an honor to know you. It's been a rare privilege to have coached you, and Hahnville is forever grateful for having you have represented us. Almost done, guys. The first time I met Carly Taranto, she was 10 years old pitching at one of our softball camps. I remember her asking me what seemed like 200 questions about pitching, about Hahnville, and about life. Everything from how our pitchers grip the ball to who cleans up the locker room after practices. It was apparent then that Carly was a sweet kid who absolutely loved the game. When you speed up 8 years, she sits here, a young woman who absolutely loves the game of softball. There's no one I know who loves the game and works harder at the game more than Carly Taranto does. And she chose to pursue the most difficult position on the field, pitcher. They say that softball pitchers throw from a pitching circle. I would say it'd be more appropriate to say they throw from a fishbowl, because all eyes are always on you, for better or worse. You get all the credit when we succeed, and you certainly get all the blame when we lose. And Carly handled this with a sense of maturity and a sense of teamwork that I think is admirable in anyone. The role Carly has accepted and embraced is one that a lot of people do not do anymore, and there's a lack of pitching in the state because of it. Carly accepts it and accepts it well. From a success standpoint, Carly leaves Hahnville as one of our most decorated pitchers. She's our career leader in wins and ERA by a pitcher. She's only one of 2 Hahnville pitchers to lead her team to multiple appearances in the state tournament, and she set the standard, as far as I'm concerned, as far as work ethic among pitchers. She approaches her pitching as a 7-day-a-week, 365-a-year day job. In fact, I think our biggest job with Carly was preventing her from overworking herself. As a coach, you can always judge the mental toughness of a team by the mental toughness of their pitcher. This is typically not revealed during those times of success, but more so during the times when all eyes are on them and things are going poorly. Although she had very few of those moments, these are the moments where Carly proved who she was and proved why she was one of the state's best. After rough innings, Carly never blamed an umpire. She never blamed a coach. She never blamed a teammate. She never blamed the defense. She would always come in and ask the coaches, what can I do better? It was that type of self-reflectiveness that made her one of the best players we've ever had. Before anyone could ever utter a word, it was Carly always telling her teammates, don't worry, I'll pick us up. I could go on, but win or lose, Carly was always waiting at the end of the line for a handshake for her teammates to say thank you at the end of every game. She's a true leader. Excuse me. Carly never made excuses or pointed fingers. She always used setbacks as motivation. In her junior season, when we were eliminated from the state tournament, she took the loss very personally. I've never seen a player use a loss as such motivation. And in the last year, she's basically prepared herself both physically and mentally to get this team to the state championship. And it was her elevation of her play that led us there. Many players in the last game of the season would have faded into the dugout when they got taken out of the game. Carly was mentally and physically exhausted and had nothing left physically to give us. And I made the decision to take her out of the game. A lot of people would have faded into the background, knowing that it was probably the last time she'd pitch as a Tiger. Carly blew my eardrums out cheering for the next kid up. And that's who Carly Taranto is, and that's who Northwest Florida State is getting. To those points, Carly, I want to let you know that it's an honor to know you. It's been a rare privilege to have coached you, and Hahnville is better for having you ever represented us. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Nugent. At this time, please welcome Craig Perrier, Assistant Softball Coach, Destrehan High School.
All right, first of all, I'm smiling on the way up here because Hahnville finally gets rid of some girls that we've been facing for a while. That's been beating us pretty good for a while now. But congratulations to all of y'all. My name is Craig Perrier, and I'm an assistant softball coach at Destrehan. I had the privilege of coaching Grace Estevez here for 4 years. Grace came into our program as an eager, young, little girl who loved the game of softball. You could see the unsure look on her face about the game, but you could see the determination and the drive she had, that she wanted to be good. She wanted to be the best. With her outgoing personality, right, Mom? Grace always brought energy to the field every day. Whether it was running bases, playing in the outfield, she is the definition of perseverance. And persevere she did, by now getting to continue her softball career at Colorado Northwestern Community College. Grace, I would like to leave you with this. No matter how many gray hairs you've given your coaches, your moms, your dads, even your friends, we all love you, we all proud of you, and we cannot get over your continuous hard work, commitment, and dedication to your Wildcat family. It will not be easy, but I know you will continue to do what you have always done, and that's persevere. Congratulations.
Thanks, Coach. At this time, please welcome Ariana Smith-Martin, girls basketball coach at Hahnville, and she is being substituted by their athletic director, Mindy LaBeouf.
Good morning. Unfortunately, Coach Smith couldn't be with us this morning, but it is definitely my pleasure to get up here and speak about Michaela. We've had a pretty awesome relationship as it relates to athletic PE, and it has really been a sight to see her mature and become the young athlete that she is today. Michaela has been instrumental the last 2 years. Anytime you have a coaching change, it's difficult to get your team aboard. Everything's new. You want to make sure that the kids are buying in, and I think that's what she's been for our team for the last 2 years. Just really assisting her teammates and looking at things in a different way and from a different perspective, buying into Coach Smith's ways, and then taking the team along with her. With that being said, there's been a lot of successes because of her commitment and her positive attitude and her work ethic. I've seen her in the gym working extra more than ever before the last 2 years. She's matured in the weight room and worked very hard to push herself. I'm so super proud of this accomplishment, Michaela, and I'm very excited to see what comes for the next several years. Congratulations.
Thank you, Coach. At this time, I'd like to please welcome Coach David Beaudry, baseball coach at Hahnville High School. Please give him a round of applause.
Thank you, Coach. First and foremost, I'd like to congratulate each and every one of you, but Landon, I have a special congratulations for you because I'm very happy that you will be pitching for the Tigers and not against the Tigers anymore. Congratulations. I have two scholarship recipients this morning. The first one is Matthew Champagne, who will be signing at Loyola University. Of course, I'd like to congratulate Matt and his mom and dad, Patricia and Dave. Matt was all-district as a junior, as a pitcher, and all-district as a senior, as an outfielder. He's had a tremendous career with us. And more than that, it's what he brings to practice and to the team each and every day. He's one of the harder workers, very intelligent player, and a very, very good friend and teammate. And for that, I believe Matt will go on to Loyola and be very, very successful. Honestly, Matt probably could be signing a scholarship in soccer had he not had such a poor kid ball soccer coach. That was me. I didn't know what I was doing. But congratulations, Matt. Our second recipient is Hunter LeBlanc. Hunter LeBlanc is a throwback. In this day and age of specialization and guys, not playing with their school during the summer, Hunter LeBlanc for the last 4 years, for 12 months of the year, has been on Hahnville's campus, either playing football for Coach Salter Formaggio or baseball for us. Not one time has he ever played for another organization. And in baseball, that's very different today, with travel and such. Hunter was all-state, all-district, all-state, all-metro in both football and baseball for multiple years. This year, he'll also participate in the Louisiana High School All-Star Game, which I believe is next weekend after graduation. But it's incredible the amount of time, effort, and success that he's had. And I want to thank his mom and dad, Rosella and Mark, for all of their support of our program and our players as well. But Southern Miss is getting a really good player. Because Hunter played just during the summer with us, a lot of names were going by, and he and I would talk a lot, and he'd say, Coach, I think I'm as good as that guy. I think I'm as good as that guy. I think I'm as good as the next one, and he was. But he very, very patient, and the opportunity came, and he's going to be very successful. I told Coach Callier, who's a graduate of Hahnville High School, I said, I don't know how much money you have to give Hunter to get him to sign at Southern Miss, but I promise you one thing, he'll earn more than you give him, and he will. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, David. At this time, please welcome Chris Meir, head baseball coach at Destrehan High School.
All right, first off, congratulations to all of our student athletes up here. Matt and Hunter specifically, it's been fun competing against you guys, and I wish y'all good luck moving on. I'm here today to talk about Landon Marceau, signed with LSU from Destrehan High School. I can remember the first time that I saw Landon pitch. I was on Facebook one night, like I spend many nights on social media just putting myself to sleep, but there was a kid on video pitching at one of the local baseball facilities. And a friend of mine who was coaching Landon at the time, I reached out to him the next day, who's this kid in the video? I mean, he's pretty impressive. He's like, oh, it's Landon Marceau, he's a Destrehan kid. And I remember thinking, like, thank God, like, we got one coming. So before he even got to us, I knew what kind of special talent we were getting. It'd be nice as a coach if I stood here and told you that we molded him into this great baseball player, but Landon came in with an ability to pitch at a very high level. He was able to throw multiple pitches. He had outstanding command. The biggest thing that I would soon learn about Landon was his commitment to being excellent at what he did. After practice, weekends, fall and summer, there was a lot of times that I would pass by, and it wasn't even our field. It was a field on the east bank of St. Charles Parish, and you'd pass by and you'd see him out there by himself throwing to a pitching target or working with his dad. And I even told him, I'm like, Landon, feel free, you can use our field. You're at Destrehan now. You have access to those facilities if you want to use them. But he was always working at his craft. It was quite impressive as a coach. It's hard enough trying to get a group of guys to give you their best effort at practice, much less when you have a kid that goes home and puts in the time that he does. Very special. He's grown into a guy that other players could go to with questions and ask for advice on drills or other pitching questions. When he first got to us, that wasn't really something that he was interested in, but he's kind of grown into that role and accepted that role and really taken some guys under his wing and helped them. He's a guy that you felt like you were going to win every time he took the field because you knew you had the best player that day. And we're definitely going to miss having that in our program. The biggest thing that I'm going to miss is some of our bus ride home conversations. Landon's one of the few guys who actually still watches baseball that we coach. Most of our guys don't actually like watching the game that they play. But you could talk to Landon about baseball. You could talk to him about games that you saw last night on TV, and you could actually have a conversation because he's a student of the game. Not to mention some of the other more interesting conversations we had that I'll leave on the bus, but he knows what I'm talking about. And most of all, I'd just like to wish him luck with the upcoming draft. As a consolation prize, he gets to go pitch at LSU if it doesn't work out. So wish we all had that option as a fallback plan. But just briefly, in 167 innings pitched during his career, he was 18-3, 239 strikeouts to 31 walks, a 1.09 ERA, which I know is going to tick him off because it should have been under 1. But 2 no-hitters, 9 double-digit strikeout games, just a phenomenal talent, great kid, and he's going to do big things and represent our high school and our community well. So, Landon, best of luck and congratulations.
Okay, at this point, we're going to get with the student athletes and let them have a few words to say, and we're going to start down here with Hunter LeBlanc.
All right, I'm Hunter LeBlanc, and I'm signing to University of Southern Mississippi. I want to thank all my friends, family, coaches, teachers, and God mostly for this opportunity. Everybody helped me on the way there, and I'm very excited to start the next level.
Hello, my name is Matthew Champon, and I'm signing with Loyola University of New Orleans. I'd like to thank my friends, family, and parents most off for helping me be as successful as I can and for supporting me the whole way. Love y'all guys.
I'm Michaela Carter. I'm committed to East Central Community College. I want to thank everybody who supported me throughout my 4 years and before my 4 years, and just thanks to my parents and everybody who supported me.
Hi, I'm Carly Taranto, and I am going to continue my softball career at Northwest Florida State, and I want to give a big shout out to my dad because I wouldn't be here without him, and then thank you to everyone else who has coached me throughout the years. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Courtney Ortego, and I'm committed to Baton Rouge Community College, and I really want to thank my parents, my friends, and my family, and all my other coaches who have helped me get to this point. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Cameron Keller. I am committed to play at Coastal Alabama South, and I would like to thank my parents, family, friends, these friends, of course, and everyone who has supported me through this journey.
Hi, my name is Katherine Freelow, and I will be playing at the University of Missouri, Kansas City, and I'd like to thank my family, friends, and parents, and all the coaches who's helped me get where I am today. Thank you.
My name is Danielle Duplay, and I have chosen to commit to Nicholls State University, and I would like to thank my family, friends, past and present coaches for all their support.
Hi, I'm Jay Madden. I'm committing to University of Loyola New Orleans. I want to thank my mom, most important, and my coaches. I'm proud to be continuing my swimming career.
Hi, my name is Alexis Williams, and I'll be assigning to Xavier University of Louisiana. I'd just like to thank my parents and my coaches and my family for being with me there, supporting me, and helping me get to the next level. And I'd also like to thank God for being there with me every step of the way and just keep me supported and helping me get here. Thank you.
Oh shit, I'm stuck. Hi, my name is Ash, and I'm committing to University of Monroe. University of Louisiana at Monroe. I would like to thank my really big family, my coaches, and most of all, my teammates. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kaylee Farmer. I'm committing to Louisiana College, and I just want to say thank you to all my coaches and my family.
I'm Landon Marceau, and I'm committed to LSU, and I'd like to thank Coach Muir for a great 4 years, and my parents for all the time you spent. Dad, the bruises on the legs from, all the fastballs and stuff, bouncing in the dirt. But thank you guys so much.
Hey, I'm Grace Estevez. I'm going to Colorado Northwestern Community College. And I'd like to thank my parents, my dad especially. He lives and works in Puerto Rico, and he's provided a lot of support for me, even though he's so far away. And my mom over there. Hey, Mom. Thank you. And all my friends and all my coaches. Thanks.
Okay, hi, my name is Jayla Richard, and mine is going to be a little long. I've been up for a few nights thinking about what I was going to say. But my name is Jayla Richard. I'm a jumper at Destrehan High School. I also run the relays. I'm second leg in the 4x1 and third leg in the 4x4. And also I do long jump and triple jump, just to clear that up. First off, I want to thank God for allowing me to have this opportunity. I also want to thank all my loved ones who are here today that have been supporting me and always supporting me. I want to thank my coaches, Coach Matt, who has made my 4 years here memorable, and for just pushing me to be a leader of my team. I want to thank my two track grandpas, as I call them, Coach Nat and Coach Fronta. They've been with me since I was 7 years old, so I'm really thankful for them. And last but not least, I'd like to thank I like to thank my parents because they're the reason, without them I wouldn't be here today. They're the reason I started running to begin with.
It's okay. You're doing good. You're okay. You can do it.
Because they saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself, and I'm just thankful I had them to push me and always support me. And I just want to say I'm blessed to be able to be signing today, because this is something I've been praying about and wanting since I got here. And I'm just happy that schools were interested in me and gave me a shot to compete at the next level. And with that being said, I'll be continuing my track career at ULM.
Good job. Thank you, recipients. At this time, I want to have a few thanks that need to go out. First of all, I want to, and I don't do this, but I'm going to do it this time. There's three fellas that I can always count on for this event, but that you see on the sidelines, you see at our schools, and that is, and I'd like you to stand. It's real odd, but this is different. Ed Daniels, is Ed here? Is Ed here? Ed couldn't make it. Ken Trahan, okay. Eric Ritchie. These guys, you know, they promote our kids. They're here at this event, whether it's here or at the PLC. You can call them anytime. They're waiting for me. They're waiting for that phone call. But you see them on the sidelines during football, baseball games, and all that. So, fellas, I thank you for our relationship that we've been able to have, and it's valued. And I'm sure you'll be back and certainly welcomed to this event and any of our athletic events. So I thank you guys. Laska Anderson, administrator of Satellite Center, her and her staff, every year they know they're going to get this, and with the number we had this year, a lot of work had to go into it. Appreciate them. Cade Rogers, Cade's going to be stepping into my position, so please welcome him in that role. He stepped up. And we've been working on transition. Great guy. I've known him since he was about 4 or 5 years old in a damn little Speedo, running around the pool correcting him. So we go back a ways, so it's good to see. And he's going to bring a lot to St. Charles Parish athletics, okay? Stevie Cravetta, Director of Public Information. Where's Stevie? You can stand, Stevie. Yes, you have to. Give her a welcome. She does a great job with this event and many of the other things that she's involved with. And then last but not least, Teresa P.T. Teresa's back there. She's Physical Plant Service Senior Secretary, one of them, and she runs with this. We've been doing this. I'd like to say I trained her, but basically she just took over and just said, move out of the way. She's the tip of this spearhead now, and we'll be working with Cade and taking it to another level. But I want to thank St. Charles Parish Public Schools, Felicia. I've come full circle with the Gomez's. 82, her husband hired me at Lakewood, and here I am finishing it with a Walker. So thank you for all your support. And Mr. Rome, is he here still? Mr. Rome, Johnny, I want to thank you for all your support in these type of events that we do. And again, congratulations, athletic scholarship recipients. And on the back, got a little thing I always throw in there. If you take a look, success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. I've lived by that motto. I saw that came across, and believe me, you get knocked down, you get up. You know, you dealt lemons, make lemonade. But always have passion for what you do and enthusiasm, and you'll be able to move on. So congratulations, y'all. Stick around. Let the media get what they need to get, parents, and then they're all yours. Stick around as long as you want. Get pictures of family, friends in front of the banners and that. But thank you, and congratulations.
It was a lot of support at Destrehan, and my coaches, they definitely pushed me to better myself, and it was just a good support team overall.
They've helped me a lot of realizing that I wanted to be great, and I wanted to push myself to be the best I could be, because when I went there I wasn't as great as I am, or great as I could be, so I decided I wanted to push myself, and they've been there to support me throughout the whole way.
It really set me up for life, just being able to work with Coach Amir and all he's about, teaching confidence and going about yourself, being a better person than you are a baseball player, and take that to heart.
It's giving me a team that's like a family and coaches that are like parents who help me exceed and excel in the runs and the events that I do.
I had a lot of help with teammates and coaches and stuff like that. You know, they taught me, they helped me, you know, get to the next level and teach me how to be a man. You know, I became a man in that baseball field and football field. So, you know, I just want to thank everybody for that, and you know, I'm excited.
It definitely made me into a better person, a better athlete, and I really enjoyed my 4 years in Hahnville, and I was with the right people.
My last 2 years really is what impacted me to really want to pursue going into college, and just having a younger group that has so much talent and just working with them in the gym, trying to get them involved, making sure that once I leave, everything is still going to be okay.
My favorite swimming memory at Hahnville, that would probably have to be the state championship last year. Because it was all my friends in one race and it was real close. I ended up coming in third, but it's okay.
My favorite memory would probably be playing with the girls that I started with. You know, I'm glad that we all are going out out of our way, travel around the world. I'm glad to see that we're all at different colleges, and I can't wait to see them all grow into the player and person that they're going to be.
I think it has shaped me by being into a teammate, by being able to compete throughout, as the hardest schedule we possibly could have, and then knowing I have a family to fall back on, and going to Nichols, I know that it could have I'll have the same effect of having that family kind of relationship.
Hahnville softball is a very competitive team, and we play the hardest schedule in 5A softball, so it has given me a lot of competitiveness.
My favorite memory was at a Chalmette meet to where I didn't know I was going to run the 4x4, and they ended up saying my name, saying that I was eligible to do it, and I just got finished drinking a smoothie, didn't have my spikes on, and Miss Bonifant said, "Put your spikes on, you're running it." And that was probably the most memorable thing.
I definitely learned a lot of team aspects from playing at Hahnville, and I really matured as a player. Coming in freshman year, all of us played together, and we played together since we were young, and now that we're graduating together, so now that we're all leaving together, it's a bittersweet thing, but it really helped me mature as a player.